Hi folks, welcome to this week's midweek short. So it's been a really tough week, hasn't it? We've had the bombing at the Ariana concert in Manchester. 22 people were killed in this horrific, cowardly attack by a suicide bomber. Amongst them, countless young people. An 8-year-old girl has been identified, along with others, a police officer. So just really sad and scary. We live in a society now where it's become quite sadly a part of our lives to know that there are terrorists amongst us. There are people amongst us who want to harm us and who want to kill innocent people going about their daily lives. You've got a rumor going around now that Ariana is going to be paying for the funerals of the 22 victims that lost their lives at her concert. Nobody knows if it's true. If it were true, that would be such a major gesture on her part. I kind of suspect it's not true, secretly kind of wishing it is, but we'll see. No official statement has been made by her yet. The European leg of her concert has all been cancelled, and I kind of wish that she hadn't cancelled it, because this is exactly the sort of thing that the terrorists want. They want to disrupt normal way of living. They want to disrupt our normal way of life. They don't want us to carry on. They don't want to see us stand up and be strong. They want us to be afraid, to have that fear of normalcy. She will have cancelled the concerts, probably more thinking about the safety of fans. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of people gathered in in a relatively confined space, again making easy target for these for another terrorist attack. And probably that's the main reason behind it, for the safety of herself and the safety of the people who are going to come out and support her fans. So there are probably lots of reasons for it, but you kind of want to sort of stick it to the terrorists and say, well actually no, we're not going to be cowards. We're not going to be afraid, and we're not going to to subdue ourselves into nothingness just because you've done something horrific. We're going to stand up against that. And the truth is, it's really easy to sit here and say that, but I know you can see it on people's faces, and you can feel it when you're out and about, on the underground, which I take to work every day. You do feel it, the tension, the worry, and you do start looking around. You do start thinking more carefully about your journey, and noticing things, and wondering if things are suspicious. And I stopped and I thought about that today, and again, this is the sort of thing that terrorists want. They want to disrupt that normalcy, and they do want to strike fear into us, and we have to continue to carry on with our normal lives and not let them subdue us into a state of constant fear. One of the things that is really worrying about when things like this happen is very often you find that Muslims, the Muslim community, is immediately vilified. That's again the sort of thing that we don't want in our society. These are law-abiding people who are just as shook and just as worried and scared as anybody else. You've heard remarks being made, and I've seen it so much on social media, sweeping comments about the Muslim community, and it's so wrong, and this is all out of fear. Again, the same thing that I've been talking about, wanting to disrupt our peace and our normalcy and the unity and the inclusiveness of our society. They're literally weaponizing our emotions against us as a society. To add fuel to the flames, you've got people like Katie Hopkins coming out and making comments that, further fuel that hate. And she tweeted a comment saying that, we needed to find a final solution, or that a final solution was needed in relation to the terror attacks. And, this is a language that's been used by the Nazis, in the genocide of Jews. So what is she saying exactly? Shortly after making the tweet, the tweet was removed and then replaced with similar wording. Instead of saying a final solution, she changed it to, we need a true solution. Now, I didn't get what that's supposed to mean, but then she obviously got a huge amount of backlash for the original tweet, and then she came out and said, oh, it was a typo. Now, who knows whether it's true or not, but this is a person who has come under fire a lot of times for things she's said. She's referred to migrants as being cockroaches in the past. She has made statements about not letting her children play with poor children. And earlier in the year, around December time, the Mail Online found themselves in hot water when she made comments about a Muslim family who had been removed from flight. She had made statements to imply that they were linked to Al-Qaeda. And the Mail Online ended up having to settle a libel suit, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's, she's clearly perhaps, if not as badly disliked as Piers Morgan in those terms, because of the sort of things that she's said, probably more disliked. It's not somebody who I've talked about because I find her quite unpalatable, to be honest. So she's found herself into some bother again, because now she's been reported to the police, and there are calls for her investigation over the comments that she has made on Twitter. So this is more of the kind of thing that we just do not need. We do not need people coming out and fueling the hate and causing disruption in our society. This is the time for us to be pulling together, to be working together, to be vigilant, and to help each other through what is really difficult times. And I'm sure the families of the victims in this attack wouldn't appreciate that. Anyway, this is a short one, and I look forward to talking to you in the week. I've had so many comments during the week, and keep them coming. IM me on Twitter, or just tweet out your thoughts. Comment on the YouTube channel or the Blank and Dinner Facebook page. Love talking to you guys. It's been great. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Ta-ra.